Hello, welcome back to BlenderSushi Live Noding. In this episode, we're gonna continue with our scrolling idea. Like kind of trying to create some kind of loop by shifting or offsetting uh, objects. So this is probably related to text scrolling, but text scrolling is pretty easy. But if maybe I can do that in the next video, but this one is we're gonna work with color, so we can review color in this one. And this is actually Sverchok and animation nodes together. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. Let's just get started. We're gonna create that kind of effects, kind of a scrolling box type of thing. Okay, let's start with our voxel. Remember our previous video on the 3D voxel grid? We can just simply reuse that. I will import from previously. Where is it? It's the JSON. I have the JSON somewhere online. So it's a 3D grid. It's made of cube. So we have something like this. This should be pretty handy. Now we're gonna colorize the cube because at the moment they are all the same color. It's not very interesting. We have this fewer B mesh as the output. I'll apply color. We're gonna work in Blender render because I want to have the color on the screen without having to render. So let's create a color material, and this one should be displaying the object color. And the object color is unique for each color based on this guy over here. So if I make that green, it's gonna be green. Make that a different color, it's gonna be different color. If I assign it over here, yep. See, I can colorize it manually, but I will use animation nodes for coloring because I think it works really well inside animation nodes. So this is more like animation nodes, but also Sverchok. Animation nodes, Sverchok, coloring, voxel. Or remember the other day we worked with voxel. There is this effects in the Magica Voxel app where we can, if we have like a grid of voxel, imagine if this is a grid, and in Magica Voxel you can kind of move and shift the voxel in all kind of directions. I think that's really neat. I kind of wanna replicate that kind of effects in Sverchok in Blender. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna colorize this voxel first. We don't need to worry about this. We're gonna deal with this a bit later. So this is a voxel grid. Let's switch to animation nodes, create a new. Currently this guy is already grouped, so we can just simply grab the group. It's being grouped by Sverchok. Animation nodes, as usual, will get slow when we are working. So turn off always, turn on this tree. Now we want to loop this list of objects and give it color. We can review the colors. I like working with colors because it's visual, and color also is a great way to kind of grouping objects and looking at values, things like that. So objects, object attribute output. We already know this. I did this many times. The value should be a color, and if you use combine color, we can use RGB or HSV. HSV, if we plug in the, remember this trick to create like a kind of spectrum rainbow kind of color, we can use divide and plug this into the HSV, hue plug this into that guy, and we should have like rainbow color. Nothing special about this. This is quite clear already. Basically, we are giving a value from 0 to 1 here. If we look at if we debug the value, I need to update it. Okay, here is a value from index 0 of these objects. It goes from 0 to 1, maximum value. 0 is going to be like a red color. This must be one of this guy. Yeah, so this is pretty neat, and you can render this out. If you want to be more clear, I can like give it a world background color, white or black. Darker color seems to be better. Turn off the grid. Cool. So yeah, this is fine. It's pretty clear. We can switch back to Sverchok, and then here I want to play around with the index. If I show the index value of the objects, you can see that it's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the index number of each object or each voxel. If we have like less objects, maybe 3 by 3 by 3, say we have only 9 objects now. Now we can perhaps be more clear about this. We can actually shift the list here. List shift. Don't crash. So list shift, and plug in the data there, and plug in the data there. This is is it updating? It should be on level 1. So now the value is shifting. Yeah, even though it's really simple, but you can see the effect is quite interesting already. Even though we are just shifting the list, you know, like a 0 become 1, 0 or 0 become 2. It's just shifting the list because if you still don't get the list, let's say we have numbers like this until whatever, we are shifting the value. So the next value may be like 16, and then 0, 1, 2, 3. This is called shifting, list shifting in Python, or in a programming terminology. It should be pretty easy and simple. There is also list shuffle. You can shuffle this voxel data, so this is more random. With this one, it should be level 2. So there's list shifting. I think list shifting is more interesting. The effects actually can be quite trippy. If we use a frame, plug into the shift, now we can see the color shifting. Cool. That's pretty easy. The next thing we want to do, maybe we don't want to use the rainbow color. Let's cut this for now. So rainbow color we can use that again later. For now, maybe we want to use maybe just the 3 numbers. Create a color list, and let's say red, and then green, and then blue. Okay. If you want to use this color, we can do that, but currently it says value has wrong type. Because why? Because it's a list of color. We just want a single color, so we can use get list element. So get list element, we can now choose index 0 or 1 or 2, which is a 3-color choice. And then for what we are doing, we can actually kind of assigning these 3 colors into all these 3 cubes, all these this total number of cubes. So we need to have some kind of pattern to plug into the index. Maybe for what we are doing, we really just we want it to be 0, 0, 0 9 times, and then 1, 1, 1 9 times, and then 2, 2, 2 9 times. So for that, we can use some math floor divisions. Plug in the index there, and then divide it by 9. This is actually it's easy once you understand what's happening. If I show you the data at the moment, the number pattern, it looks like something like this. See, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 9 times, and then 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 2. This is because of the floor division. Floor divisions usually using this kind of symbol. It's like a divisions, but it's gonna kind of floor the result. Now that we have this guy, we can shift the value, and then see the blocks. The blocks are shifting one by one. Yeah, that's cool. But if we actually shifting this guy by 9, I'm gonna multiply this by 9. Currently it doesn't work. This list shift only wants integer, so we need to convert float to integer. Now you can see this is as if the blocks is shifting by 9. You know, it's shifting like in the z-axis. So this is the kind of effects I wanted, but I want to do this for every directions. I still don't know it yet. Maybe this is not so easy to do, but I want a way to kind of shifting it in any directions. Currently it's just kind of shifting the color, really. It's not shifting the whole thing. But anyway, we can play around with this. Maybe have like 5 by 5 by 5. Now we have 125 block. The distance seems pretty far, and now they're kind of overlapping. So okay, cool. Back to animation nodes, and we might need to change this. Instead of 9, we need to have 25. And when we are shifting, oh, actually, maybe not 25. How many do we need? 5 by 5. Yeah, that's correct, 25. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3 values, and floor divisions, it should be just 3. Maybe 125 actually. No, 125 divided by 3. Okay, 125 divided by 3 is 42. Well, maybe I'm doing this wrong, or actually I need 5. I need 5 of this. I don't know. Give a yellow color, and what color is magenta? 25 here. Now they're kind of more correct now, except that we need to change this to 25. Now we have kind of value that's swimming down, but really you can do this kind of effects in different way. This is one way you can approach it, and this is working for voxel cube that's kind of same size, 5 by 5 by 5 or 3 by 3 by 3, but I think the effect is still pretty neat. We are basically just shifting color here, and by shifting the voxel we are shifting the color. That's pretty much it. Let's get back to this guy. With the color for the voxel you can be more random, of course. Let's get back to with the index, for example, instead of using floor or whatever, let's cut this. We can use, of course, use random number. Plug in the index into the seed. Min and max is depending on the number of color here. We have 5 colors, so we just set maximum to 5 or maybe 6. I don't know. Try 6 and plug this to the index. Actually, we need 5. Okay, that's more correct. Maybe at some point you need this kind of voxel grid. And let's have a little bit of gap. I really like the voxel grid because you can learn a lot from just by playing around with this. I'm not like very good with the Rubik's cube, but that's also kind of interesting. Well, let's get back to this guy. You can of course change this to grayscale. If you have like too many color like this, you can go to the panel here and delete. Let's go Gothic and what else we can do? We can do a random, totally random color using random vector. Random vector will not work, but we can use random here with the HSV. Plug the color into the value, cut it here. Let's use number, random number, index, min and max 0 to 1. So we have colorful hue. You can have something maybe no hue but random value. It's funny, you can go invert like inverted color like this. Pretty interesting. What else we can do here? I think that's pretty much it. I want to show it to you. It's just a color sliding, but it's really interesting effects. Yeah, I guess if you really want to further explore the voxel, I might do that in the next video. I found this voxel very interesting. I don't know, maybe if the voxel is generating kind of a shape. I don't know. You can ask me question or give me suggestion in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something with a voxel kind of explorations. Yeah. See, because this is procedural, we can have no matter how many voxel we create, we can always have it will update with a new kind of structure. So I really like this kind of setup. If you want to render it out, turn on ambient occlusion here, and then maybe give it some light. Sometimes I like working using the old Blender render instead of cycles, because it's working in 3D and it's really nice. Texture solid, yeah. I like this mode. Madcap, ambient occlusions. This is just brilliant. Yeah, I guess that's working with color and voxel using animation nodes add-on and Sverchok add-on in Blender. So hopefully you find this video useful. Leave a comments down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.